let's see where we happen to pop in on this conversation.
What's that?
Well,
No, I can have a +4. No, plus. Hold on. No,
So you
sorry,
have
I'd have +9 in
+5.
acrobatics. I'd have +10 in athletics.
Okay.
Never mind. Yeah,
Gotcha.
never mind.
Math is hard.
Oh God, I can
Math
hear
is
myself.
Alright, I turned it off too. I can hear you guys. I'm like, oh, before this gets into my head.
Alright, so I guess we can get started then. We'll start off with the summary and all that, and hopefully John will be back by then, but if not, we can just keep going a little bit and see where we get.
All right.
To be fair, he won't be any farther away from here than he is right now.
Shut up.
I think I have to ban Patrick.
Do it. I'm
I
the
dare
life
you.
and blood of this stream.
I will come back.
I don't understand what's happening.
I have the lifeblood of this.
Gosh. All right. So where were we?
Okay.
Dude, I was just jamming into this music.
We'll move on. I'll just do the summary because, you know, it's extremely straightforward from last session, seeing as I was just one giant fight.
I want
But
details.
you motherfucker.
One giant fight. Shall we move on?
It was a fight. You guys won.
Reenact my glory.
Did you have glory? Was there glory for?
I believe I was very glorious.
I mean, fair enough, I suppose. Gosh dang it! Already the doodlings, but
As soon as
So-
I saw that pop up, I'm just like, damn it, Raffi.
I wasn't me.
It isn't. Wait, it isn't you, really.
oh no!
Why am I always suspected? What the heck?
Because you're the kind of person who does these things.
I don't appreciate
Always
this
you.
anymore. This is I'm being bullied now.
I'm just trying to live out my artistic, creative expression.
Damn it, Patrick. Anyways,
So last session, like I said, was just a giant fight session for everyone. It started out with the 5 of you, including Delwyn, attacking the flesh creature, which was summarily titled Flesh Daddy by everyone here. I think we all agreed to that.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
I have no idea how it came about, but I'm very much into it.
I mean, that's just kind of what happened, I guess, but...
Why do you sound
So-
so upset about it?
One dissenting vote on the Flesh Daddy issue.
You were like his biggest proponent.
Uh-huh.
I heard you chanting.
Just in the background, Flesh Daddy,
Yeah.
Flesh Daddy.
Yeah, I could hear him.
Moving on.
He wasn't quite flashing, though.
I'm gonna mute myself. Give me a second.
It seemed that it had tried to throw its influence through one of the elven rangers that it had just recently consumed. Used that elf's voice to try to convince Delwyn to join its side or to do something along its own will. But Delwyn managed to resist, and for the rest of the fight, he was steadfastly by your side. And the 6 of you proceeded to go down the abandoned marketplace, only to see that the remaining elven rangers were also under the Flesh Daddy's thrall. And sorry, I just got a text. And you guys managed to essentially fight from all sides, very impressively, I might add. Definitely, Ren was throwing down some hardcore buffs and debuffs, if I remember right, on creatures, as well as I think Timothy was also doing similar stuff as well.
I did
I
stuff.
was untouchable.
You were untouchable, yes.
We totally screwed that up, by the way.
Oh, it was the other way?
It was literally... It should have just been for one attack.
Oh. Yeah, that makes far more sense.
If the
now.
creature makes
Why'd
an
you have to come
attack or
clean?
casts a spell, it ends.
Yep, that makes a lot more
Yep.
sense. I was gonna say, like, man, that was pretty powerful, but you know, it's fine.
You know, I'm okay with having a few things broken when I'm literally limping away with this with 1 HP.
Look, you didn't even go unconscious. I don't consider this to have been like a truly like bare knuckles fight if nobody's going down. But
Somebody.
I mean, it was like a 5 out of 10 on the challenge rating, I feel. But you
Oh
guys
no, Delwyn went down and I resurrected. I didn't resurrect him, I brought him up.
did that one go down?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
My notes
Well-
are Del nearly died.
Okay. Well, then your NPC character nearly died. So I guess there was a brush of
Which would
death.
have been a travesty.
Everybody's invested in Delwyn. He's my best NPC by far.
We will ask him to join the party.
To be
So,
fair,
yes.
he's the only NPC still alive that I've already met in this campaign. I've met.
That's
none others.
true. Like everyone, to be fair, you woke up in an abandoned camp, so there really isn't a whole lot of interaction with NPCs for you.
It's very fair.
So as you guys continue to fight the Flesh Daddy, you came to realize that it had certain abilities about it, such as being able to change shape, and even to go into a form of invisibility, which I will give everyone here for free. Is not you've heard of invisibility spells before, but it was usually in such a way that a person would fade or instantly blink out of view. This was more of a think of a wipe transition if you're watching like a bad YouTube TV video or like PowerPoint presentation. It just sort of
America's Funniest Home Videos from the 90s.
exactly.
Yeah,
It just
there
sort
you
of
go.
slid out of existence, as it were, but was still somewhat tangible to your perceptions. Eventually, you guys managed to corner it down and kill it, and in the process, also discovering that it was susceptible to fire. And what? Okay, I'm getting rid of the drawings now. There's so many smiley faces.
It's not me this time.
It's Murph. But
Yeah, for
yes,
someone who's trying to do
afterward-
a whole bunch of other things, it's totally me.
Afterwards, you guys managed to defeat the monster, and that's where we ended the session immediately after you had managed to kill it. You guys are left with a few dead elven corpses and a fleshy mass of now not moving, whatever it was in front of you, still smoldering a bit from the flames. And we'll transition. Boop. So, the 6 of you, including Delwyn, have now just finished dealing the final blow to the flesh creature in front of you. And it, with a scream that comes out as more of a whimper than anything with real power, sounding all too human as it does, collapses on the ground before you. And then there is silence around you. There does not seem to be any movement, any other enemies crawling through the breach in the wall some distance away. It seems that, for now at least, the attack is over. And Delwyn looks quite shaken at the experience. It has not only been a extremely bad day, but of course an extremely bad series of days for him. And I just keep seeing Awoo's now, and gosh dang, Patrick.
It's on me. No, I'm typing in Twitch chat.
Oh, okay. You're being a helpful person. And at this, Delwyn takes a look at the rest of you, and he sort of gives you a questioning look as to what to do at this point, and he says, well, I don't know what that was. Have any of you? I think it was what was chasing us in the woods, but I've never seen anything like this. He turns to you, Ren. You are have you ever heard of an affliction like this before? It seems to just took one of my friends out of, and he seems to be at a bit of a loss for words, and he looks out at the both the tome and the journal that is in your party's possession. Do you think they found anything in there that's worth this?
I'm pretty shook at this point, so I kind of just want to saunter up to the thing and like poke it with the butt of my quarterstaff and see if I can like try and figure out whether this thing was like made by magic or if it's some sort of like monster that feeds on it.
Okay, you can, if you want to answer the magic question, roll Arcana. If you want to just figure out like, what kind of monster it is, I suppose it would be nature.
My Arcana is higher, significantly.
A 10.
I rolled
you roll. You have never seen or heard of anything like this before. It has some resemblance to golem constructs that you may have some knowledge of, but just the fact that its abilities were far outstripes what a normal golem of any type or sort would be able to do. Being able to consume the mass of another person is far beyond the abilities of any typical golem. And it also seemed to be you can't also from just a 10 you can tell that there does not seem to be any sort of runic or any sort of magical type of seal surrounding this creature, so you can tell that it is not being enthralled by any common means that would apply to golems.
Let's see what's inside it. I take my scimitar and I stab it in the chest and open it up.
You can tell that, as Salazar, as you plunge your blade into it, there is no more like tough outer hide to hold back the blade at this point. It seemed to have been a conscious effort on the flesh creature's part to withstand your guys' blades and arrows and magical attacks. And it just gives way like a block of putty with your sword, and only to be stopped by the occasional bone or cartilage which all seem to be in the wrong places. As just even looking at what a creature like this, where you would think this, like the bone structure would be for something like this, it just seems like everything's kind of floating where it wants to.
I think I've figured out what this creature is. It seems to be a combination of the elves we were looking for.
Yeah. I would have to agree with that, along with a couple others.
Crack the case again.
Thank you. But ultimately, how is the bigger question? How is it here?
I've been walking around, just like keeping my eye on anything else that might move and just like show itself just after fighting this, thinking that there may be more of them, hoping that there aren't.
Okay. If you want to just roll a perception check as you make a little patrol of the perimeter.
23.
Oh my god.
23. Holy
19
Wow.
plus 4. Dang, son.
Wow.
As far as you can tell, you do have a somewhat limited view with the being surrounded by woods and also having a small wooden palisade surrounding this encampment. You can tell that there does not seem to be anything in the way of these monsters around you, nor any other elves that you can tell.
All right.
Although you do know that elves are, especially wood elves, are naturally accustomed to hiding within their woods, so it would be extremely difficult to find them if they did not want to be. But you are persistent, and you do not see anything that would be suspicious to you as you walk around. For the moment, you guys appear to be safe.
All right. In that case, I do want to go back and join them as I see Salazar opening that body and just... Yeah.
You can also tell after Salazar has cut into the beast, afterwards, and before and afterwards, you can tell that whatever was holding it together is beginning to weaken, and the structure of the flesh creature is beginning to come apart and just become a mass of flesh and guts and bones and sinew.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily like rotting away or anything. It's just no longer
held together.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As I approach and see all that, I just look over to Ren and say, "Think it was held together by magic?"
It kind of has to be. It's hard to imagine anything else. Typically, if this was bestial, you'd see like sinew that holds it together even after death. But it seems like whatever this creature is or was, it lived off humans. It was absorbing them and becoming them.
Thinking along the like human sacrifice route, I want to try and look back through the rest of my limited training, see if I can pull anything from like any religion that I might recognize this coming from.
Yeah, I guess go ahead and you can either roll religion, or I would say if you're looking into the past like this, history as well.
Okay. Both of them are pretty equal, so I'll do that. History, why not? 13.
13. You would know that there are certainly rumors that the wood elves have an ancestral habit, I suppose, not habit, but religious rite of self-sacrifice that was done at the head of each tribe in millennia past was asked to give themselves up to a higher cause, to what they believed were their gods at the time. And it was seen as a great form of honor, and thought of as a sort of ascendancy into the ranks of the gods themselves. And it's something that while the wood elves of today do not practice, they still do sort of sometimes mock rituals of this same sort, where there is certainly no actual sacrifice of a living being, but there are certainly many of the ritualistic trappings are still continued with to this day. Okay. But you also know that there are some elves, amongst the wood elves, high elves, but there is another subset which is somewhat known, but is sort of kept in hushed tones, which is the Drow, who live not within the high elven cities like Ambar, or within the woods like Delwyn does, but who live underground and have been widely seen as a cast out of sorts of a race. And it is surmised that they may be one of the few living civilizations who may still carry out ritualistic sacrifices like the ones described from Wood Elf lore.
Okay.
What's the weather like right now?
The weather, as opposed to what the picture is showing you, it is not raining. It is a relatively sunny day. I will just say on the weather forecast here, it's partly cloudy. I would say it's a relatively good temperatures here. It's about 75 degrees, very comfortable.
Sorry, what is it in Celsius?
Celsius? I suppose that's like, what, 30 degrees Celsius?
No. It's like 23. 23.2 or something.
23.2? Okay. Thank you, math
30 would
Ryan.
be so hot.
I have to play more RimWorld. That's the only thing that I have like for a basis for Celsius.
My lab at work is in Celsius, so I'm always temperature it is.
Fair enough.
That makes sense. So yes, it's a generally a pretty comfortable day.
Okay.
Unremarkable otherwise.
So I want to walk away from this beast and start kind of making my way over to one of the other elves that we killed before he was assimilated into this, and just kind of keep the conversation going that I had with Timothy, tucking over my shoulder. Well, the other thing that I think points towards magical sources here is that these afflicted, even before even joining this beast, they were muttering things like home, and their patterns and tendencies had become strange. So there's definitely some sort of psychic attack that's going along with this. It's what's pulling them in, and it feels dark. It feels ritualistic,
Mm-hmm.
and it's haunting. I've seen terrors before, but this is different. And I'm just kind of inspecting the elf. I want to search it, see if there's like anything on the body that would point towards some sort of explanation here.
Okay, go do an investigation check then.
Cool. God it.
Wow.
I rolled a
Rolls are
2 and a
rough.
4 tonight.
You can't notice anything that would seem out of the usual on this elf ranger's body before
I
him.
call back and I'm like, hey, this guy has pockets.
Yes, most clothes do.
Yeah, that's about all I found.
That's fantastic insight. You have to give him that.
I really am quite the investigatory specialist.
You should really meet Salazar over here. He's just as fantastic at investigation as you are.
Sal, I didn't know you investigated.
Oh, I do! I figured out the mystery of the missing elves just now.
Delwyn sort of nods like sagely, like this makes sense at that. It says, yes, Salazar is cunning in a way.
I'm gonna walk over to Delwyn, clasp my hand on his shoulder, and Delwyn, my boy, I just want to let you know, you fought admirably in battle, and I'm very impressed. It's not easy losing comrades, so here, have some of this, and I hand him my canteen of wine. I need it.
Delwyn actually seems a little touched by this. Thank you. It really speaks well to your heart, Salazar, that you would look to others instead of to yourself in such a time.
I mean, I was fantastic in the fight.
There he is. There he is.
But I understand the loss of comrades.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But I think...
Drink up, little buddy. This will help. I sort of help him take a swig.
You force
Ease the
feed
pain,
wine
brother.
to Delwyn. He doesn't resist, more out of surprise than anything else, and he chugs a solid half of this canteen, basically against his will. And I'm just gonna roll a quick Constitution check for him.
What kind of wine are you giving him? Like, either that or he's a
It's the
freaking
wine I
liar.
got from the other village. They must make strong wine.
19 plus 4, so it'll be 23 for him. So he's not coughing or sputtering. It's like it goes down real smooth for him, and he gives an appreciative like at that. It's like, this is good wine. Thank you, Salazar.
Aye, and I take it and I swig the rest.
While this is all going on, can we take a short rest? Like, will this count as a short rest? Can I roll my attack?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You guys can definitely do a short rest, but I do intend for the party to be taking a long rest in the near future here. So if you feel you want to wait for that, then go ahead. I'm not, as a party in the current here, I'm not planning to come at you guys again until that is finished. Unless I assume maybe you guys will do something that I don't expect, like you are so want to do. But
Are there any children around?
What are you trying to say?
I mean,
Do we
John's
see
not here
rocks?
right now,
Do we
so
see
maybe.
small rocks flying through the air?
Okay, so Steve, I have it written down that I'm at full health. Is that right? Did you have me at full health at the end?
We already took a short rest, didn't we?
Well, we did with the level up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's what it was. So.
Okay, but I did mark back my.
We don't get the benefits of the level up until after we take the long rest, though.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which is also why I wanted to take a long rest here with it pretty quick.
Yeah.
So
Because I've already added that stuff and I don't know what it was.
it's fine. It'd be real shitty of a DM to just be like, nah, you retcon it all. Here's another monster. Fuck you.
Do it, I dare you.
Yeah.
Delwyn, actually goes. Who had the tome on them? The ancient tome, the ancient open tome.
Didn't Raffi take it?
Was it Raffi or was it?
I don't think I did because I couldn't read it. So Arlo would have it.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, I thought it was.
yeah.
I can't read it.
Okay, well, I basically control Arlo, so
I am Arlo.
For now.
for now. So Delwyn goes to Arlo and says, "Brother, would it be all right if
The voice.
Now I say, brother,
I was like
Beautiful.
speaking Elvish.
would it be all right by you if I took a look at this ancient book of our people, and maybe I know I had said it before that I was not much of a scholar or a reader, but it couldn't hurt." Arlo it gives a nod. I'm not going to do his voice.
Come on.
Well, I think that'd be mighty fine.
We
Excellent.
have a better Arlo now.
And so Arlo hands over the tome, and Delwyn opens it up, and you see his lips moving as he tries to work out what is being said in front of him. But you do see a little bit of recognition come across his face, and he looks to the rest of you and says, Now, I don't know what this says, but I have seen this sort of writing before, now that I've actually taken a moment to look at it. And it pains me to say this, but I think I know who, or at least I know where, you might find some help.
And what would that be?
There is frankly unclean for me to even mention this, but
Well,
there,
no one is clean here. You saw what we just did.
yes, I suppose so.
I mean,
There
say it. It's
is-
all right. You got a cleric with you. I'll clean you up.
Thank you. You are also helpful. There is a race of our lesser brethren not too far from here. They are what is outside of these woods known as the Drow. They are a disgraced people who have hidden themselves away underground for, frankly, past what our records say. But as long as we have known them, they have been incredibly isolationist and even xenophobic people, and that's coming from. I know there is some irony in a wood elf saying such things, but it's
Quite a bit.
it is true even by our standards.
I clap Timothy on the shoulder and I say, well, it's a good thing we got a dwarf with us, because boys, it looks like we're going to the Underdark.
I mean, I
Uh,
enjoyed
it-
this last little fight. It wouldn't hurt to do a little more.
We can't let this abomination live. If there's a source around here, I'm going to it.
Yes, they keep to many of the forgotten ways of our people. Their written language is still very similar to what is written here, I believe. I've seen scraps of their writing that we have recovered from raids on their encampments and their own raids upon us. But it's it seems if they are willing, they may be able to translate what is here. And I'm sorry to say I cannot help more than that. I wish I was a more learned person, but sadly, I cannot be of more help.
I'm sorry, did you say the Drow were able to translate this?
Yes, their language, their written language, and much of their formal spoken language, as I believe they are, to the knowledge that I know, is very similar to our ancient language. The Drow have not. They are a stagnant people. If the term could apply to anything, it would apply to them. Their ways have not changed for as long as our peoples have existed, as long as recorded history goes back.
Do you have any first-hand experience with them, or is this just more that you know being a part of this village?
It is more common knowledge. It is common knowledge that the Drow exists, but I have not first-hand knowledge. But there is certainly much training and teaching when you become amongst one of the traveling parties that go outside of the main encampment and the main tribe to be aware of potential dangers, and the Drow certainly rank amongst them.
Yeah, that's alarming to say the least. But I think that we have no other choice but to go on our way to that group. I don't know, Arlo. You've been pretty quiet. What do you have to say?
Arlo just kind of looks pensive.
Playing him so well right now.
Ever the silver tongue.
Takes a hand to his chin, strokes his non-existent facial hair, gives a very sage nod. Yes, yes. He doesn't say yes, yes, but that's the intention you get from that.
Can I do an insight check for yes, yes?
Yes, you may.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's fuck.
You know he's. You know Arlo's on board for this. Like, he's down. Like, what Delwyn's putting down, he is picking up for sure.
You gained an understanding into his soul.
Ren, you have never known anyone better in this moment of the understanding
Will
with
this
Arlo.
growth in our relationship just now affect us in the future as well? Are we going to be deeper on a fundamental level? The guy who was so untrusting of me, he took my rapier to begin with.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay, we're on the same page.
Well, you are.
No, this is not a two-way street. This newfound insight.
It's the first step.
It's the first step. You have taken the first step. Arlo has done nothing on his end.
You just see words like pop out of his head, like in clouds. Just yes, yes.
You just understand what is Arlo.
Yeah, then I think there's nothing else to ask, but where do we find these Drow?
Well, as much fun as that does sound, the rest of us, I know, Doc, you aren't necessarily, part of the rest of us have a prior engagement. The rest of us are under contract. Now, mind you, the contract has not had a schedule set for it, but we've already gone off trail quite a bit, taking care of this. As much as I would hate to delay the contract anymore, though, it
does have to be done.
it does have to be done, but at the same time, I don't like the idea of the Drow possibly being involved with this, as I point over to what's left of that flesh creature.
That looks like it's been taken care of.
Well, this one, yes.
I
this
want to be honest with you. I feel truly hurt by what happened here because I was amongst it and I hid. And I could have done something and I hid. And I can do something now and I don't want to hide.
And don't get me wrong, Doc. You put up a hell of a fight there.
Thank you. I couldn't have done it without each of you with me. And I think that's where I'm going with this, where I want to do something about this now, but I need your help. I know that you have prior engagements, and I am very happy to help you with any prior engagements after this. As you can see, my prior engagements have been destroyed. But regardless of what contract there is, does this not supersede a contract? I mean, look at that thing. It's a puddle.
Don't get me wrong. The safety of the land that I walk on is indeed of paramount importance to me.
Real quick, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Which mission did we decide to go on again? I'm trying to.
And that's, yeah, exactly.
Sure did.
Which direction did we go?
You guys went east, like northeast.
To the facility?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
I'm glad you remembered, Ryan. I'm proud of you.
I haven't written down what the different directions did. I just didn't remember which one we
did.
Yes, there was a research facility that had recently gone dark. And you were sent out to investigate what may have happened and if there was anything still going on there to make sure that it was shut down.
I wrote it down now, so
Okay.
no worries.
And this is supposed to be in the town of Ashbourne that this research facility is located at.
Yes.
So they left Ambar, headed east through the woods for, it was like 5 days, right? 5-6 days?
Yeah, I believe it was supposed to be a week's journey.
And that led us to where we are right now. So if you go further east, then Ashbourne's there.
was gonna say,
It's a
hadn't we
bit
been-
north of where you guys are.
Okay.
Yeah, haven't we been traveling a little bit west?
Yeah, you guys
Like in
went
the
off
opposite
beaten path.
direction.
Yes. You guys did go east, but it was further into the Middle Seed Forest
Okay.
to pursue the Wood Elves. But Ashbourne is if you were to look at a map, it's northeast. It's on the border of the Middle Seed Forest, on the outer edges of Ambar's influence.
Which direction is the Drow?
I just look at him and point to the ground.
All right, dwarf.
I
pull
do
out your
not compute.
Oh, I know.
You described elves, yes? Elves are in trees.
These ones aren't.
Sounds
What
like an
elves?
abomination.
You are not far off.
Delwyn, it takes a moment to consider. Well, I've never been there myself, but there is an area of the woods that we are strictly forbidden from the elders of the tribe, which is said to be where a tribe, possibly even city, none of us have been under there, of the Drow is said to exist. It is directly north of us, roughly 2 days' journey. but it should not. I will give you the directions as best to my ability, and I do not believe it will necessarily be hard to find. But it will take a little bit of time on your parts to reach there.
Is it on the way to Ashbourne?
It is a little
Kind of.
it is from here. Ashbourne is towards the northwest, and where I am thinking that the Drow may be is directly north of us. I believe you'll generally be getting a little closer to Ashbourne, if that is really your destination, but it will not take you directly there.
If it's out of the way, it doesn't sound like it should be our problem. We've dealt with what's been done here already. And to be honest, the only reason we came here in the first place was because 2 of the 80s decided to kill a child. And since that's over with, we have no reason to stay. And of course you wouldn't.
Well, what are the terms of this contract that you've been talking?
I don't know if that's any of your business.
The business that we're discussing is shared right now. This is a conversation. I don't need to know the exact legal details, but I mean, we fought as a team. Let's continue as a team.
We were sent to
Out of
investigate.
necessity.
We were sent to investigate something that had gone awry.
Necessity breeds innovation. Why would you treat necessity as a wall when really it's a stepping stone?
Look, all of us are a little untrusting. I mean, heck, hardly any of us really know the others. The only reason we're even out here is because of that contract.
Well, it is where you go. I put I put that charge into your party's hands. It is, however, I do not think I will be joining you. Delwyn looks to the corpses of the other elves. I have unfinished business here. I have graves to tend to. I need to also search through what was left here by my people to see what I can salvage, what I can save, and hopefully to maybe even set up warnings to other passing tribes or peoples coming through this way that this place is probably best avoided from here on. So it is sad for me to say that this will be a parting for us, but I hope that it will not be a permanent one.
I guess my question here, Neff, is do you think you're safe? You saw what happened here. You saw how elves that you had just stood behind and stood beside and called a companion for whatever short of time it may have been. You saw how they changed on a moment's notice and they were pulled away by this thing. Do you think this is the end? Do you think this is the only one? Do you think that possibly whatever happened to them could also happen to you? Do you think that this could happen to larger cities? Do you think that this could be an issue beyond this one event?
It very well could be, but I'm not really one to trifle with things early. I'm kind of one to take them as they come, so it doesn't sound like it's my problem.
Well, maybe not yet.
And until it is, it has nothing to do with me.
I mean, I think the fact that we got one lying dead over here says it's got a little bit to do with you. You were part of that.
Because we ended up here, and it just so happened to show up.
I'm not sure that was a just so happened.
I feel as though it just so happened they were hunting down the rest of this tribe, and we just so happened to be near here.
For whatever reason we were here, I hate to think of this as a just so happened.
If you believe this is fate, then that's on you. But I personally don't believe in any kind of fate. I make my own.
I'm with Mushroom Boy. I, for one, want to see what other tricks he's got up his sleeve.
I can be quite tricky, and I promise you, Sal, if you stick with me, you will find all of them.
I want to learn this power.
Ugh.
With just less grossness about it.
Let me assure you, it doesn't get any less gross.
That would be truly
I'm
terrifying.
having second thoughts. I'll stick to my scimitar.
Alright, less uneasy.
So what's the decision then?
I
That's the sound of dice.
sorry, I can't play D&D without having dice in my hands.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I just feel like he's rolling for a decision.
I guess I have one more plea for you, Neff. It seems like pretty much everyone else here has decided that this is the path that we should take. And I want you to come with us. I respect you and I admonish your skills as a true performer of the arts.
Enough of your grandstanding. Everyone here has voted already. I suppose I'm going to be a part of this whether I like it or not. But remember, it's not because of you. Because I'd rather not die
It's
out in the
because
forest
of
alone.
me!
Neither that!
Be because of me. I want this to be because of you. I don't want you to drag your feet. I want you to join us.
I'm going, but my reasons are mine alone, and I'd have you not pry in them.
I don't need to pry. I don't need your reasons.
Let's get going.
I just want to change them. That's all.
Let's get going.
Before we go, I'm pretty spent. I'm not really
Yeah.
going to be able to do much in terms of healing or helping
I can't
in
do
this
anything
condition.
right now either.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
So you guys are
need some-
gonna want to spend the night here, or?
I'm gonna look over to Delwyn and say, "I'll help you with your dead."
I can volunteer Arlo to keep watch all night.
Oh, I mean, he is a wood elf, so he really only needs to transfer like 4 hours.
He just seemed like no damage.
String a couple of times. He didn't
He didn't.
spend all of his spell slots.
Yeah, he literally just sat back and
that's
shot
true.
arrows.
He played turret defense very well.
Yeah, I mean, Arlo will certainly take up sentry duty. The kind, generous soul that is Arlo has no problem doing so. And I actually want to clarify a couple things with Neff. Neff, you remember the dead drops you've been doing, right?
I've done a dead drop.
You've done a dead drop. It has been almost
Way past a week. Yeah,
Yes.
and that's why I kind of wanted to rush things. But now that's been ruined. So what do I care?
Did you do any dead drops on your way here in pursuit or anything of the sort?
Focus entirely on the pursuit. I did not leave any more dead drops. I didn't bother asking you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna deal with the consequences as they come.
Okay. Then
I'm gonna get killed by tacky ogres.
you guys can take a long rest. Timothy helps dig graves before then. Ren, do you do anything before you head off to rest?
I think as I'm just winding down, taking my rest, I want to just first. What deities do you have in this? Just the normal Unearthed Arcana ones, or?
Yeah. When it comes to like deities, it's either like going to be, even for like a homebrew thing, I usually am not very interested in creating an entire pantheon or anything of the sort. It's just so much work for so little reward.
Gotcha.
But yeah, whatever feels good for you.
Okay, yeah, I just kind of want to do kind of. As a druid, I have ritualistic casting, and I don't want to cast anything, but I kind of want to do a ritualistic, like, beg to my deity, who'd be Melora, as the goddess of nature, just to help me more so accept the give and take of life and death, even when it's been so grossly bastardized by what just happened here. That's kind of it.
Okay. Neff, do you want to do anything before you head off to rest?
I probably want to scour the area, see if I can't find any supplies that I could use.
Okay. You certainly find plenty of regular traveling supplies like foodstuffs, bedding, tents, smaller tents like portable tents, tents that are easily used by your party. You find things such as lanterns still filled with oil. This is basically just straight up abandoned camp. So is there anything in particular that you're thinking of?
Nothing in particular.
Actually, let me do something a little more interesting. Give me a roll. Give me a D12 roll.
It's a straight D12?
Yeah.
Okay. A 4.
4. You
I'm a high roller.
In a tent that seems a little bit more refined than some of the others, and this may be why it caught your eye in the first place. You see a few more items sparkling within it, and while those are nice, what actually really catches your eye is this rich cloak made out of red and orange silk. And it seems to be, the silk seems to be patterned in the shape of clusters of leaves. And as you walk around it, you see that the colors sort of shift and change depending on what you're looking at, but they all seem to be sort of a tableau of colors representing fall, like brown, red, orange, yellow. And with this, you look left, you look right. Delwyn Stiff certainly not looking. You just snatch the cloak. and you now in your inventory can put Autumn Cloak on. This, in addition to the flavor I just told you, gives you a +1 AC when in the woodland areas.
Ooh.
And once a day, you can cause the leaves on this cloak to swirl around you, obscuring you as per the blur spell for 1 minute.
Okay, so bush spell for 1 minute. Okay. Neat.
All right. So everybody else has to sleep. And everybody can take the effects of a long rest now if you haven't already done so. And with that, I'll just change you guys over to something less dreary. We'll go over here. And I want everyone to roll me a perception roll.
The bad thing about having dice right next to
Haha,
you,
7.
go towards them every single time.
14.
Oh my god.
Is that perception roll?
Perception.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder what I see.
22, Neff. Okay, everyone else, it has an undisturbed sleep as you soundly try to put away the previous day's events. Everyone somehow, despite all of that, manages to actually get a restful slumber. However, Neff, you are not necessarily, you are awoken, but as you are suddenly lying awake, you don't necessarily understand what it may have been that woke you up. You don't hear anything out of the ordinary. You don't see anything as you step outside the little tent you've taken as your own. From what you can tell, nothing is outside in the encampment. You don't smell anything that's out of the ordinary, just the wood smoke from the little fire that your party has created. But you can't shake the feeling that you are being watched somehow. Your eyes gaze past the little palisades and into the woods themselves. And almost for a moment, it felt like that there were multiple shapes within them. But just as that thought enters your mind, suddenly they are gone. There is nothing there. And the unease that you felt at the back of your mind suddenly dissipates. And it's like it was never there to begin with. And you actually, in that moment, you start to wonder what you were worrying about in the first place. And you start to get sleepy again. And the rest of the night goes away uneventfully. And with that, it is another bright and breezy morning for all of you as you wake up. Delwyn is looking a little better as well. And he brings you to the entrance of the Wood Elf encampment to say his goodbyes to you as your party is on its way. Do you have any parting words for Delwyn, or do you guys just want to be off?
I mean, as I gotta love this.
I give him a solemn nod and say thank you for being as gracious of a host as you could. I wish this was under better circumstances.
Thank you, and I do hope that our paths will cross again someday. You have been more kind and helpful to me than me and mine deserved. And I'm sorry that it has been nothing but trouble for you and yours.
I mean, our trouble doesn't really compare. Look behind you. But I am flattered, and I do wish you the best, and I will see to it that our paths cross again.
With this, he gives a nod of thanks and he grips your shoulder briefly, Ren, and then he turns away and goes back into the encampment. All right. So it's about a 2 days journey towards where Delwyn said that the Drow were likely to inhabit. Do you guys go off on your way there?
Did we bring our horses?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
3 horses and a pony.
3 horses and a pony.
Yes, but Ren does not have a horse, as it were. Well, I don't know.
Hold on. No.
Was there an extra horse from the camp?
Yeah, I will say that there is a small stable.
Hey, Delwyn! I turn around and yell. Hey, I actually have a favor to ask.
We flash forward 15 minutes later with Delwyn bringing a nice, gentle-looking horse over to Ren. It's a. Oh, go ahead.
I like the pintos. I'll be fine. I'll be fair about that. I do like pintos, but if you have like a chestnut mare, maybe that would be better.
I know we said kind words before, but.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Thank you so much.
Just take the horse, please. Yes.
You have a good one, and I give him guns.
Okay. So each of you now has a horse or a pony, and you begin on your trek. It's honestly a bit strange to the 5 of you as you're going through the woods. It's almost as if nothing is amiss, as if there is no sense of foreboding or sense that there is what can only be described as a new horror possibly prowling the woods. It's a perfectly welcome day, slightly breezy, sunny again. You can hear birds chirping. You can hear the rustle of deer or possibly foxes off in the distance. To trained wood elf such as Arlo, nothing appears amiss to him. I don't know. Ren would probably also know considerably about the local wildlife as well, and would notice if anything were amiss. But it seems completely normal as you guys make your first day's journey. And with that, it will go to night again. The first day seems to have been completely uneventful as you slowly but surely trod your way through the forest. And I'm going to give you guys a choice for this night. You may either take a rest, or you are allowed to forego the rest and instead do a history check on the ancient elven tome itself, if you so choose. But you must first speak Elven, if you were to do so.
What do you mean, read Elven?
Yeah, read Elven. Speak it. It's the same thing, you know?
It's not, because I can exploit that really hard right now.
That's a good point. You have to know Elven. You have to be able to read it. It has to be a language you know.
Thank you.
Yes.
I saved you from yourself.
I'll take you up on that. I'll investigate the book.
Okay, you will take, I will say as a consequence, you will take a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, a level of exhaustion for losing
All of us?
No, for the person who actually stays up.
He'll get -1 to his forward.
Remind me again what
Investigating a mystery.
exhaustion does.
I think. Hold on, let me check again real quick. It does. I think it's like skill checks you get disadvantage on. Or maybe the first point actually doesn't even do much. Disadvantage on ability checks. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'll take it. We have another day of riding, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay, cool. I'll take it.
Okay. Then as the night goes on, then I go ahead, Ren.
Nice.
19. It's very close. But
Ooh.
it seems that the text is a little too inscrutable for you. You do pick up an odd word here or there. You can't pick out the context of the words themselves of what they're trying to tell. Just like very common words like the and him. It's just like you've gotten very common words that do not provide any sort of information.
Well,
But
guys, I found some prepositions.
I think Arlo should give it a try. What do you guys think?
Probably.
Yeah. Arlo is.
Arlo should give it a shot.
I'm not gonna let Arlo do this without John here. So.
Arlo!
Yeah.
If we chat loud enough, he has to do it. Arlo.
I think it's.
No,
Oh,
Arlo
yeah, do
seems
it.
weirdly stubborn about this. He's not much for books.
Can he use persuasion on him?
No.
Come on! He's trying to avoid this.
He would obviously do it.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
would.
he would obviously do it for sure.
He would.
Well, if John was here, there might have been things that we would have done with Arlo, but
This is bullshit.
Hey guys, it's John.
Wasn't half bad actually.
Word. He's here. You can roll it. You can roll it. Heard. Roll it. Roll it.
Well, I can't roll it with this character sheet I have.
Yeah, it's a real shame, isn't it?
Come on. This is bullshit.
Yeah, that doesn't do it, Salazar, I'm afraid.
I hate it.
So, unfortunately, Ren is not able to decipher what the tome was saying, but he does make like a slight amount of progress. Like, it's still impressive being able to get even that much from a text that is presumably thousands of years old. Honestly, the fact that this book even exists in the first place, it's still something that you can flip through, is a real testament to
It's fine
really
craftsmanship.
it's fine craftsmanship on the elves' part from their past. But yes, so it is another new day. Do you guys continue on towards the Drow?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Sure.
Okay. It is another beautiful day. It is almost strange streak of just wonderful days here. Not rain cloud in sight this day. They just seem to be becoming even more beautiful as time passes on. And I'm gonna have everyone actually do another perception check.
Ooh.
Here comes another high roller, baby. Watch this drive. I got a whole 7.
Hey.
That's with your bonus of 6. Wow. Perception? Yeah.
Yeah, perception.
I'm pretty sure I saw something.
19.
Yes, Ren
Nice.
and Timothy, you both see the same thing, but it means something entirely different to you. Ren, out of the corner of your eye, you see a figure seem to come through the woods. Someone who is dressed in ragged hides and covered in patches of moss even. He has a set of antlers that at first glance seem to sprout from his head, but you can tell that it's just apparel that he's wearing, just a simple adornment on top of his head. Timothy, it's Mud. And
it's Mud.
You see Mud out of the corner of your eyes, and he does not seem to, he seems to have noticed you as well, but there does not seem to be any sort of recognition dawning on his face. He just begins to smile amiably and starts waving at the five of you.
Oh no.
I turn to the rest of us and go, oh crap. It's him again.
It's who?
What? Do you know this guy?
Sort of.
That is a little
but
alarming.
trees.
What happened?
He found us. He tried to make us commune with nature in a really weird way.
Well, hello there, travelers.
Oh God.
Mud!
Oh no.
Facepalm.
Can't be united.
I'm Ren. You haven't met me yet, but pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Please
He
don't
actually, he looks a little confused when Salazar says his name to him. Sorry, sir, you seem to have me at a disadvantage. You know my name, but I do not know yours.
Oh, thank goodness.
But Mud, we've met before.
Please stop, please stop, please stop.
Shut up, 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 shut up.
Met before?
Can I use suggestion on him? Please God.
Suggestion on who?
What do you think? On Salazar. Tell him to
Salazar?
stop talking. On Salazar, tell him to stop talking.
I don't think that works like that for PC characters.
Oh, come on. I'm just gonna roll against him. Shouldn't be that hard.
You can certainly try to stifle him physically, but I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna touch him physically. That's a terrible idea.
All right, or try to kick his foot to get him to shut up or something like that.
I'll do that. I'll kick him on the back of the heel.
Okay.
And make a very large.
Watch your
Give me-
step. You stepped on me.
Give me a quick stealth
Okay.
check, actually, to make this discreet.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Stealth check, got it. Where's my stealth? There it is. And high numbers, baby. Only high numbers.
7. Now, you hit a root that was right next to Salazar's foot, and then you slightly stub your toe. Well, Mud actually genuinely looks confused. Well, have I met all of you before? No.
Never before. We're simply passerbys.
Mutter under my breath. Oh, thank goodness.
Mud, we had food.
God.
I
And drank
fairly say
together.
I've never met you before.
Oh well, at least I get to be making your acquaintance for the first time. I'm Mud, as I guess these other people know. Actually, now that I think about it, was this roughly almost a week ago?
I'm gonna step
Somewhere.
back. I want to step back to Timothy, lean in close. What are we gonna do?
It was many moons ago, but I think you must have snuck off in the night because we didn't see you the next day.
Yeah, well, see, the thing is, look, it looks like I owe all of you an apology here. I think I know what happened. Was I acting out of sorts in a way? Was I a bit unhinged?
You had some weird obsession with rocks
I think he's making
and
it
licking
worse.
rocks.
And, well, I guess that makes sense. I really do love rocks, but, well, you see, I had gotten a hold of some of these mushrooms, and I was trying them out for the first time, and
Mushrooms, you
I
say?
lean over
Oh.
I lean over back to Neff. We figured as much.
let's just say
Probably sneak away.
I came to about 3 days ago, and I lost a full week. I don't. Well, I have some contacts who, you know, I trade with them off and on, and well, they gave me some powerful mushrooms. I thought I knew what I was getting into, but I did not at all. So I am. Well, he takes out
We've
like
had all this talk about mushrooms, and we haven't traded anything yet. I grab a mushroom off of the brim of my hat, and I give it to him and say, "All right, now what did you have?"
I generally did not think this through.
Oh no! This is getting worse. Can I sneak away?
Careful, dog.
He takes out a small satchel, and you see, Ren, several mushrooms, like full cap mushrooms.
There we go.
They are brown speckled with black and larger white spots.
Would I know anything about these?
Give me a nature check. You don't notice what they are at first
With
glance,
advantage?
Can I
With advantage?
do a medicine
He
check?
is the mushroom boy.
Because
With
I
the-
use medicine, or I use mushroom for medicine, so that's what I've done like my research in.
Yeah,
That's
you'd
fair.
think he'd
It's
have
clear-
mycology under his belt.
It's clear that these have a more psychological effect as well. What's the term I'm looking for here?
Psychedelic.
Psychedelic.
There you go.
Yeah, psychoactive as well. That works too.
Psychotropic.
Psychotropic. All of them are good words.
Psychic.
That you certainly would know from your medicinal background. But yeah, go ahead and give a roll to see.
Was this with advantage or without?
You are the. I will lower the DC in my head since you
Okay.
are a mushroom man.
Oh,
you would have gotten it
the
regardless.
stakes are low enough that I roll well.
Natural
Yeah, you
freaking
know
20.
exactly what these fucking mushrooms are. These are subterranean mushrooms that are. You've never seen them of this size, but these are known as death stalks, and they are basically if they've been known to be used for poison in higher doses to cause something of a mental breakdown berserk reaction followed swiftly by a heart attack. And just looking from the size of these specimens, you could only guess that these were cultivated, that they were not picked from the wild, as it were. These are easily twice the size of specimens that you were aware of. And the fact that this mud, ingested even one or more of these is astonishing to you. He should be dead. It's beyond belief, really, that he's not only alive, but he seems perfectly fine. So you can only surmise that his constitution is legendary. Go ahead.
So I want to put my arm around his shoulder and say, "Ah, yes, I've seen these before. They are pretty common, not gonna lie. The going exchange rate amongst us mushroom followers, if you will, is about one of what I gave you for about the rest of that bag."
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
roll persuasion.
With advantage.
Yeah, roll with advantage. I mean, why not?
Wow.
Well,
15 and a 20?
I mean, That does sound like these mushrooms have given me nothing but trouble, and I was just going to go and return them. So I mean, honestly, if
And
I'm
I
getting
tell you what, take that mushroom that I just gave you, put it in your next salad. Oh, you will be in heaven, good sir.
oh, I like the sound of that.
What in the world is going on?
It's mushroom talk, boy. Chill.
Just let the doc work. Let the doc work.
I might take it a little easier with what you gave me here. I think I still need. I'm on a rebound here a little bit. I need to recover a bit. But I thank you.
The fabled 7-day hangover of these old common blues. That's what they're called.
7-day hangover?
Really, 7-day? I felt fine yesterday, 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, no. They say that the 3rd day coming out of it is like your rebound day, and then the 4th day going into it, or coming out of it again, you get right back into the mess. And
well, shit.
Tomorrow, I do not want to be you. I pity you, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. I guess thank you. Actually, do you think that I got these from some like cave elves and
elves?
Yeah, I talk with them from time to time. And in exchange for, trades and stuff, they don't like to go out in the woods very much. They've got a thing with a lot of the other elves out here. So I just, grab some things for them here and there. And they give me little stuff as well in exchange.
I tell you what.
I slightly nudge Red and go, Red, we're looking for cave elves.
I whisper over my shoulder, chill, bro, I got this. And then I go back to Mud here, Mr. Mud. As you can tell, I'm somewhat of a collector. I'm a connoisseur. I tell you what, if you take us to these cave elves, I'd like to buy from your distributor directly. And I will give you a nice finder's fee of 5 gold.
No.
Well, I don't have much use for gold, but...
Yes.
All right, I'll give you a nice finder's fee of some of the moss that's been growing on my back.
Hey, okay, let's talk details.
No.
Oh God.
Right.
No.
I kind of hear Timothy muttering behind me, and I'm like, we can always ditch him if we need to, but this is a good start.
He found us after a week.
I don't think we have much of a choice in running.
He should be dead right now.
That's what I'm afraid of. He won't die.
You haven't met us. We can do it. He's not 10 people melded together.
That we're aware of.
Mud, my boy, I'm gonna go over to Mud at this point. Mud, my boy, tell me about these horns of yours. They are incredible.
At this point, I put my
these old
face
days.
in my hands. I'm just like, Tempest, help us.
Well, these are the antlers of my old best friend. It was Moose that wandered these woods. The only one of his kind that I ever found. Named him Mutt. And frankly, it's the best friend I ever had. He gets a little choked up. He died. Not these past 5 years.
Oh God.
You killed him?
Well, no, he died of old age.
Oh, what a hilarious misunderstanding. Oh,
Well, I mean,
bad,
he was.
but
He,
I'm glad he didn't kill him.
it was probably old age. He was pretty old, but like he seemed hungry, and there was, some mushrooms I was trying. He wanted some too, and didn't make it through the night. So
Oh, I want to go grab Salazar and the
Did someone
You
Kobo.
know,
Like,
you would have a
mushrooms?
good. You
Oh,
do not
that
seem
sounds
to have a
alright.
good repertoire with mushrooms. You should maybe stay away from those.
Look, mushrooms are a delicacy, and I'll quit them over my dead body.
I like you, Mud. You make me laugh.
I like you too, new friend.
This name's Salazar.
Salazar.
And these are my friends, Timothy, Neptune, and Arlo. And you met Red.
Arlo. Arlo seems like the quiet type, doesn't he?
We consider him more of a wallflower.
Just 5 minutes ago, before you showed up, he was talking his head off. We couldn't get him to stop, and now he's all quiet. I don't get it.
Seems like there's a lot on his mind. I don't, you know, I'm not going to trouble him further, honestly. But if the Mushroom Man, is it okay if I call you Mushroom Man? It seems appropriate.
That's what I call
Mushroom Man, Algae Boy.
What about Mush?
Fella. Mush is okay. I'm good with anything.
Excellent, excellent.
Oh,
Just don't call me tomorrow. Am I right?
oh gods. Oh gods.
What would I
Getting
call
worse.
Oh no! Don't worry about it. That was a little favor from my friend, the Tiefling over here. A little joke in between the two of us.
you? Oh, well, sorry to come into the middle of that. I have a way of blundering into things.
To be fair,
Does that do mental damage to me? That was bad.
All the time.
I feel like that should have done mental damage to me. That was really bad.
Yeah, roll a Constitution check for me.
It's just on saving throw. Just straight Constitution, right?
Yeah, do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Could be the same thing anyway.
Yeah. 11. It hurts.
Ah!
It's definitely not a long-lasting pain, but you'll remember it. You'll remember it.
Oh god. What did end?
This is where it all ends for Neff.
My hand's on the hilt of my dagger. I'm considering it.
Well, Salazar's chatting his head away over here, I'm gonna turn back to the rest of the group and be like, well, he has a very good chance of leading us where we want to go. Do we want to trust him and follow him, or you guys don't seem super hot on him?
As long as you can get him to stop talking, I'll do whatever. Just please let it stop.
Stop talking, that's not my specialty.
Ugh.
And technically it's mine, but I don't really wanna. I'm afraid how long it'll take.
I mean, he could just have a conversation with Arlo. We know that would last forever.
Again, you keep saying he's like a real chatterbox, but he hasn't said a word. Is he fine? Is he all right?
Don't worry about us.
He's
You
okay.
two have a nice little chat over there.
So, Mud, you consider yourself a man of the forest?
At this point,
I
I've
assume.
already started going in the direction that we've been continuing.
I followed suit. I'm not staying here.
Wait, are you guys going to the cave elves?
We'll meet you there.
Is this the way?
You're kind of going the wrong direction.
Which way should we be going?
He takes a step. He goes a bit more west now. It is basically just a straight beeline west from here. About a half day's journey. God, this voice. I picked a bad voice.
No, you picked a great voice.
I love it.
That's great. Reminds me of actual John.
It kind of does.
I'm gonna whisper to Timothy. So, how much do you hate this guy?
I'm surprised that he found us, and we could not wait to get away after about 2 minutes.
We could ditch him,
We did
possibly
that.
by physically
Went up to
forcing him to
Arlo
not
and
keep up
explode his
with
brain.
us. If it's that important, he told us where to go.
As much as I hate this, we were going in a bit the wrong direction. He gets us to where we're going. You seem to be friendly with him. See if you can get rid of him afterwards.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Is your mask covering my ears at all? I still hear him talking and I just can't handle it.
Bud offers you a handful of moss. Now, if you want something that's good ear covering, this moss here, it's got a nice, firm and thick texture to it. And he slathers 2 clumps of moss on either side of your head. And true to his recommendation, you can't hear anything right now. He's standing in front of you, and his
your
mouth
horns
just
have never
wagging.
looked better.
I'm just gonna have a horrified look on my face while giving a very slow thumbs up.
I want to continue my talk with Bud. So, Mud, you consider yourself a man of the forest?
I dabble.
Have you been seeing anything freaky in this forest lately?
Oh, God.
I can't tell you the stories we've been encountering.
Well,
You're right, you can't.
I mean, He takes a moment to think about this. Maybe? See, the thing is, I have been out of it for a week. And I've only been just, with it for like the last 3 days. And it's, I've seen, I guess I've seen the animals around here be a bit more skittish than they used to be, but I don't know. It didn't really give me much.
You haven't seen any horrifying flesh monsters lately?
What?
Flesh monsters, tall, 10 feet tall, made of flesh, scream.
Some people call them flesh daddies.
No. I did. No, what? No.
Oh, okay, no worries.
Okay. That seems like something to worry about, though.
No, it's dead.
All right. So.
Where's this cave?
Okay. Yeah.
I grab him by the shoulder and start walking towards where he pointed last time.
Give me a lot to.
Tell me more about this mutt. He sounds like a noble friend.
He was the best friend. He stood yay tall, and he puts his hand like at eye level with you, Salazar, at the shoulder. Sometimes he let me, ride him around the woods. It's
No
fun.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have loved to.
He's a good friend. Great conversationalist.
He could talk?
He gets he
It's
gets
a
a
shame
little
that Nephews can't hear it.
he gets a little closer to you, Salazar. Not with words. He taps your chest.
And
But with heart.
I just kind of do the double tap to my heart, like I just understand.
Wisest creature I ever knew. Spoke volumes, not saying a word.
Oh, like a wise goat.
This forest really lost something when he passed. Damn it all, Mutt.
That's okay.
Like a wise goat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that just hit me just right.
Okay, so we will go back on the path here.
There's no going back anymore.
Bud has joined your little party here, and is leading the way. gabbing a mile a minute too. Like he's pointed out all of his favorite trees, his favorite moss patches that he likes to sleep on. There's a eagle that lands on a branch further up ahead that for some reason he says his name is Andy.
Andy
but
Branch. Nice to meet you. I shake the branch. Like a handshake. Not like a vigorous, like more like,
like a firm
like
handshake.
a greeting. Yeah.
the branch flings the eagle named Andy off, I suppose. And
Wait, did you say the branch was named it? Or
The
No,
eagle.
the eagle.
Oh, the eagle. I thought you said the branch was named
I thought you.
He's already committed.
No,
He's
you-
already committed it.
In true
Yeah,
Salazar fashion.
Salazar misinterpreted, thinks the branch is named Andy.
sorry, Andy. Oh well, he'll be fine. He's not one for holding a grudge. The Eagles, they got a short attention span anyways. Kind of. Where is my stupid? There we are. Why is this? There were no sounds playing. Sorry.
You could almost say that was a awkward encounter.
Oh God.
I nudge him.
I can't hear a fucking thing.
I'm gonna.
I am so proud of you, but Timothy is so disappointed.
Yeah, you. Salazar trips over a root system and
You can't just take over.
impaled on a
Give me a.
weird stick that was pointing up.
Give me intelligence check to see
Oh,
if you
sorry, that was a DC 30. You fall into a pit.
DC 30?
You fall into
Hand
a
over your
pit of
character
spikes
sheet.
and tigers, and it's a damn shame.
Why
It's
is
a
the
damn
tiger
shame.
even bears? Oh my.
Yeah, those come out too. It's a real crowded pit.
You take 149 poison damage.
Mm-hmm.
You try to climb out, and as your hand reaches up, Mud grabs it and says, "Long live the king," and throws you back in. Alright, anyway, back to whatever we're doing.
Back to reality.
Up there goes gravity.
There you go.
You
made
see, as Mud continues to lead the way, you go through. You go along a little deer trail that seems to, as a couple hours pass by, seems to widen a little bit more as there seems to have been more use in this area of the path. And one more time, I'm gonna have everyone do a perception check.
Okay.
18.
God
18.
damn it.
11.
I got a nat 1.
Here we go. Rolling high. You got 21, baby.
There you go.
Okay, Timothy and Neff. You both notice something, but it is different things. Timothy, you notice that there seems to be a far up above, but enough, not so far up that you don't notice that there is a group of small shadows that are starting to eclipse over the rest of you. And you take a look up and you notice a group of what looks to be maybe crows, maybe vultures. It's a bit hard to tell. And they just seem to be moving in a concentric pattern in sort of like a V formation all together as they make their way further up ahead of you. And it takes you a moment, but then you kind of think, wait, crows don't do that. Vultures don't fly like that either.
Birds don't do that.
Birds don't do that. But you would only know that of specifically geeselings in the area would do something like that, and those definitely weren't geese. So you're not really sure what to make of that right now.
Okay.
It's just a little puzzle that's brewing in the back of your brain right now. Neff.
Thank you, Pyro. Oh, fun.
Neff.
A murder.
You get the sense that there is something within the woods again. You're not sure if it's just because your senses are a bit more heightened over what happened the previous 2 nights before. But it seems like there's something out of place in the woods, and you can't put your finger on it. It's nothing so obvious as, say, a 10-foot flesh monster. There isn't any rumblings in the earth. There isn't any trees being knocked back and forth. But you do get the sense of possibly being watched. It's not the same feeling as you had back at the camp, at the Elven encampment. There isn't something unnatural feeling about it. This just feels like just hairs on the back of your neck just standing up. Like you feel like someone might be looking your way. But you cannot see who it may be. And the rest of you blithely keeping on down this widening path. And what everyone sees now, shortly thereafter, is a plume of smoke further up. And it seems to be burning quite fiercely to be putting up such a dense cloud of black smoke shooting up into the air. There's not a lot of it. You wouldn't say it's like having watched a village burn or anything or a forest fire. But it seems like it's a good amount, like a raging bonfire maybe is going on ahead of you. And you guys are still a bit out. Mud kind of stops and looks at it and gives a thought. Well, looks like the cave elves are having a party. I think we came in at a good time.
What do you mean a good time?
Well, I mean, I've never seen them party before, so I can only assume it's a good time. They're usually not like the celebrating sort. They're usually like really grim. I don't know. They're not like one for humor. I mean, polite folk and honest folk. I've never had any problems, with my tradings and my talkings with them, but I've never once before seen them throw up a revelry like that fire over there. It seems, God, this voice. I have tea too. It's just like my eyes are watering. It just, I mean, that's the only thing I could think of, is that this might be one of their. There's maybe they've got a wilder side to them than I thought. It'd be nice.
I think I'd like to, check out the party before we go in. If you understand my drift here, maybe just a couple of us should go take a look and see how the party's going. We don't want to show up at the party too early. Be those guys, right?
Wait, why'd you look at me when you said that?
Oh, I was looking right behind you at the crow on the branch over there. That guy's way early all the time.
Actually, there is a crow back there. But as you look a little further, Ren, you can tell that there are a couple too many eyes on this crow. And it doesn't seem to be, as you look a little further, you see that there isn't necessarily feathers. It just seems, you squint a little bit, and it looks like it's hair that has managed to clump together into the shape of feathers. And frankly, the eyes look a little big for what should be on a crow. Until it finally dawns on you that that is not a crow that has been staring at you.
Okay, can I tell what it is?
You can roll a nature check, I suppose, or...
I was gonna say, do the rest of us see him, like, looking intensely at this?
The crow does not, the crow thing does not seem to have noticed that Ren has noticed it quite yet.
Right. Do we see Ren, like, looking closely
Ren,
at
do you
this?
make any sort of move to let them know, or?
I think I'm not trying to withhold it from them, but I think I just haven't thought of it yet. I'm focused on the crow, trying to figure it out.
Right. Do we see him more just, like, focused on it, like, trying to figure out what it is?
What is this music now?
Forebode.
Forebode. I've been staring blankly at everybody because I still have a moss in my ears.
Am I rolling inside or nature?
I would say you can roll either insight or nature. They will tell you different things.
Cool. Can I roll both then, if they're telling me different things?
I will say it's going to be one or the other.
Okay, then I'm gonna stick with inside.
Okay. So with 17, you can tell that this thing is staring intently, not only at the back of Bud's head, but also at each of its eyes seems to be focused on each one of you. And as the eye that's focused on you, Ren, meets your eyes, you see one very human eyelid blink.
Humid.
How far away is it?
It's roughly 50 feet away.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I can do to this from 50 feet away without causing a
Panic.
large response. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to cast darkness on the area that we're at. Magical darkness spreads from a point you choose within a range to fill a 15-foot radius sphere for the duration. The darkness spreads around corners. A creature with dark vision can't see through this darkness, and non-magical light can't illuminate. If the point you choose is on an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried, the darkness emanates from the object and moves with it. I'm gonna cast something that's not worn or carried. Oh no, it can be on something that I'm holding. I'm gonna cast darkness on my staff then.
Okay.
And quick say to everyone, there is a very suspicious-looking crow with about 6 eyes, each one of them trained on us. So this darkness should save us for the time being. Can everyone hear me? Everyone understands?
Did you turn back and say that, or?
Well, we can't see each other right now.
I was gonna say, well, yes, I hear you, but where the
Sounds
hell
like
are
I'm
you?
scared.
Where the what
I
exactly?
can't hear anything still.
What do you have the music set on?
No, the moss is still in my ears.
Oh, oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
He has the music set on Moss.
So yeah, you can only hear stuff in the darkness, right? You can't see anything within it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Neff, you just suddenly plunge into darkness for no reason.
Did I scream out?
Oh yeah, you can scream out if you want.
What in the?
As soon as I hear him scream, I go to where I remember him being, feel around, try and grab his shoulders, and say, "Not now. We're being watched."
Oh shoot! I should have been giving you disadvantage on your checks here, Ren.
I mean, the one check that's happened since then was perception, and I rolled a nat 1 on it, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so it gives me in the shoulder then. I'll probably swing back at him because I still have the moss on me, so I can't hear him at all.
Let me see how long this darkness lasts.
It lasts forever. I know because we have the same spell.
10 minutes.
Yeah, see, forever.
I definitely suggest we relocate our group. This darkness will follow us, but it ends in 10 minutes, and that crow may follow the darkness. It won't be able to see us for the next 10 minutes, but we need to plan accordingly.
My God, I finally got blind. Oh,
Shut up, Mud.
oh,
Where's everyone?
It was gonna be one too many mushroom and friend for me, and then my mother always said that this would be how it ends.
But I got you.
I slap Mud on the face. I'm like, this is day 5, approaching a little early. Just stay calm and it gets better.
How'd you see him in the darkness? Oh, you heard him. Right.
Yeah, he's yelling.
You presume that you slapped him in the face, though.
Shit!
I don't know
Ow!
what your targeting is.
I feel around for him. I'm not like swinging my arm knowing where to hit him. I'm like finding him and then slapping.
I like to pretend he accidentally hit Salazar instead.
You would love to pretend that.
I would.
You're mean.
It'd be funny though. Anyway.
Okay. You hear everyone except for Neff hears.
I'm only now starting to take the moss out of my ears, so keep going with that.
You only now hear the rustle of not just one crow thing that was out there, but you hear what sounds like multiple wings fluttering around you. You can't tell necessarily how many there may be, but all together, where is it?
Well, it looks like that's not the only one.
Has it changed?
The music?
No.
Okay, hold on.
No, the background is still the same.
No. Background is still backgroundy.
Yeah, we need this
Nice
background
and
to be
green.
dark.
Turn off the light. Set the sun, damn it.
Just turn off your monitors at home. You'll
This
get the
is
same effect.
your world. There's a box.
I tried to fill it in.
You're adorable. I love you.
All around you, you
Our
hear
Faces.
You son of a bitch. You hear you hear the sound.
Sorry.
Home. Why is this not working? Fuck me. Home. Nope.
Offer
Still not going. Why is
You
this not
probably
working?
you probably haven't set your filter on Discord for it, have you?
I guess
Separate
not.
app. It's a separate app.
Interesting.
Now you know.
Oh wait. I think I'm supposed to.
We broke the
Okay.
fourth wall. Now you guys know.
We did. Well, you hear
It's
multiple.
been Steve the whole time doing this.
It's been me.
It was me.
You hear several voices around you begin to chant home over and over and over again.
Step in this Haka.
And with the fluttering of wings that doesn't quite sound right, even to Neff's slightly moss-covered ears. You hear the chanting of the word home get fainter as the voices fade away.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh gosh.
I've drawn my scimitars at this point.
Yeah, upon hearing home again, I'm gonna go into my fungal form, wild shape, and shillelagh my quarterstaff.
As you guys prepare for combat, nothing comes. Nothing comes within the darkened barrier that Ren has set up. There isn't any further sounds of movement outside of what you can perceive.
I'm gonna whisper to the party, are you all ready for me to drop the darkness?
Dual hand axes out. Yeah.
Okay.
You see
I break
Mud.
concentration.
You see Mud.
I see mud.
Yeah, that's true. Now you see
I don't
Mud as
see
the concentration is broken. He is kind of like trying to hide behind the staff that he had slung across his back.
That's adorable.
And all of you look around, and there is no sign of the flying creatures from before.
I'm just gonna say it, but you made that 100 times more scary.
That's not the only one.
What?
Excuse me?
Did you hear all? Well, first off, did you hear all of those wings? Unless that thing is a freaking flock. That's not the only one. I saw more on our way over. Not far from here. I didn't
Have they
think
been
too much of
tracking
it.
us then? Have
I
they
don't
been following us?
I don't know.
I have felt eyes on me, so it's very possible. Also, this moss just gets into weird places. Ugh. I'm fucking moss off my fingers.
Well, you see Mud try to recover from his hiding position and try to pull it off as if he definitely wasn't cowering in that moment. What was that, everyone? Was that what you guys were talking about before?
That would be the weirdness.
That's part of it.
That's definitely new to me, but I can see how they're related.
I'm not sure if that... And it wouldn't make sense that the crows were chanting it, but we don't know what else has been in here.
Mud,
And-
I think you might want to get out of here. This might not be the best place for you, sir.
Look, I appreciate that. You see him he scrunches up his face. He tries to make himself look brave. But if something's going down in my woods, then by the good lords, I owe it to Mud at the very least to try to fight.
Aren't you Mud?
What? No, Mutt.
Oh.
Oh.
Can't hear very well. The must still in my ears.
Well, I owe it to my old friend to see what's ailing these parts. I won't run. I might look like I just tried to, but I won't.
All right.
I'm gonna grab Mud by the shoulder and look deep into his eyes. Get very serious talk. Now, Mud, we may need you to protect the rest of the forest if we can't defeat this thing.
There's a lot of forest.
There's a lot of forest for you to protect. And I don't know.
I was kind of just hoping I'd, do this part, not like the whole thing. It's kind of like half the continent, so it's a lot, is what you're asking of me. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that I saw a sick deer about 2 miles back. You may want to check on that.
Okay, I get it. You don't want old Mud around.
It's not that we don't want you around, it's just that we don't want you here.
Yes, that's just what I said. Why was your thing better?
It wasn't. I'm going to be honest with you, it's probably worse.
Hurtful is what that is. Well, he looks to all of you. Do you guys not want me with you?
Mud, it's not that we don't want you here, it's that someone has to tell everyone what's going on here. We're going in there to risk our lives, and we may not come back, and we need you to tell everyone what's going on here. I'd like to use deception on that one.
Okay, go ahead.
Persuasion, I guess. Persuasion would work.
Yeah, persuasion. Yeah, that's it.
Roll
Yeah,
hard!
that's
Roll hard, baby! Still 15.
15, not bad. You see that your sly words, have an effect on Mud, and he starts to nod slowly to himself. There's wisdom in what you say, antlered one.
The horns. The human horns. They're...
I also
wisdom
take
in them,
offense to
yes.
that.
Wait, are you an antlered one too? Like it's
No,
the
they're
hat.
horns.
Oh, well, tree, sapling, same thing. It's
okay.
But what you say has some truth to it. It might be best for me if I were to go and maybe pass the warning on. If you say those creatures, there's more of them?
Most certainly.
Well, I'll see what I can do to tell the surrounding villages and towns. I won't fail you guys. I'll do my best.
Our fate lies with you, Mud.
Once again, I'll walk up to Mud and be like, Mud, if I don't make this through this, I only hope that you will hold me in as high as regard as you hold Mud. I hope to make you both proud.
You can ignore him. You can just leave him alone.
And I beat my heart twice once more, knowing that recalling that same conversation we had before.
Brother, thank you. Your words mean more to me than any antlered one could.
As he's talking, I grab his head so that our foreheads are touching, we're really broing out, having a hug.
Gosh.
I will make you proud.
I'll make you proud too.
I'll make you more proud.
Damn it! We'll both be the proudest sons of bitches in all these woods.
Damn it, I'm so proud of you.
Damn
It's getting
it!
weird. This is a bit too much. Should we just get going?
Go now.
He quickly turns away. He starts running. Yes, and running and crying.
As soon as he's out of view, I go, all right, let's do this.
You got over that quick.
Just as he's out of sight, you hear from his direction, "I'll meet you in Ashbourne. It's closest down to here."
Oh God, he's gonna meet us there. Oh God. Oh God.
I just can't put my finger on the human.
Is he even human? I'm starting to question that.
Judging by those antlers, I don't know what he is.
Oh God. We have
Face
another
palm.
one here too. We never really get rid of him.
It seemed pretty obvious that we can't just go into this blind, and I feel like he's too much of a liability right now.
I
Also,
agree.
you all hate him,
We already have another liability here. What's Stu gonna do for us?
and I promised you that I would get rid of him.
That you did. Thank you.
Technically, I did, but whatever.
Well, thank you to whoever contributed to that.
Let's just get going already.
Shall we? This home is creeping me out.
All right. As you guys have diverted your attention away from Bud, you see further down the path that in these past several minutes, the smoke has gotten thicker and is billowing further up into the sky. So whatever fire is producing it is becoming more intense.
It occurs to me, Drow are elf-ish, right?
I believe so.
They're elves.
If only our resident elf wasn't giving us the silent treatment now.
They
Arlo gives you the finger.
descended,
Just like old times.
Sounds about right,
Just
yeah.
like old times.
they descended from the same ancestors as high elves or wood elves a long time ago. It's just they have stuck to the Underdark, which is deep within the ground, and they
Yes,
have mutated in their own way.
I'm familiar with the Underdark. But from what we just saw a couple days ago with that fight, and with them also being elf-ish, do you think we might have another one of these on our hands? I really hope not.
I just thinking out loud here. The running theory is that the creature was a monster from the Drow that attacked the Wood Elf camp.
Right.
But the Drow made an attack on an outside group, an outside force. So
Yeah, but that's a lot more smoke than we saw earlier. Hopefully, like he said, it's just a party, which
it's not.
can't
a party,
say
you
I've
know
seen
that.
them throw. Yeah,
It's some sort of ritual.
that's
but I
what
don't
worries
think
me.
that monster will absorb Drow.
Well, then
Because
let's
I
hope
think it's
that's
a weapon of the Drow.
right. Let's just hope. Let's just hope we get there to stop whatever it is.
We took it once, we can take it again.
So I sure hope so.
Okay, so it's about, from what you guys can judge from the smoke, it's still about 10 minutes through these woods to get to the source of the fire, you would figure.
I was not aware that it was still that far away. I guess the wild shape will last, and the shillelagh is a cantrip. I can reuse that later, so nothing really lost. The other thing I want to do here is cast Pass Without Trace on the entire party. Which will give us a +10 to stealth rolls for the next hour.
Very nice.
Good. It means I can get a 9.
Okay. Do you guys make your way along then? Do you have like a plan of action here that you want to go with?
I say we go towards the smoke, but try and keep a low profile and stealth our way over. That's my thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys make your way further down the path. And several minutes into it, you can see a little further up ahead that it goes out into a clearing, a pretty large clearing. And you can see now that there is a cliff face that rises up with the trees sprouting off just off the side of it further back. So there's a stretch of bare rock that sort of juts up just over the surrounding tree line. And from here, everyone can clearly see the fire that is burning nearly at the center of this clearing. There is a small pit that seems to go down a little ways. You can't see the bottom of it from the angle that you're at, but you do see the fire burning next to it. And what is burning so brightly, so intensely, is clearly a large corpse of some indeterminate thing that you cannot tell necessarily. But if everyone were to hazard a guess, it is the same size as one of the previous flesh monsters. And from that, you begin to hear crashing. Further up, you see silhouetted between the sun and the cliff face, there seems to be a small, well, not small, but a cave entrance that sort of winnows in a little bit from the surrounding cliff. And in that little tunnel, you see a couple shapes, very large shapes, and they seem to be hammering away at something before them. And from this distance, you can certainly tell that these are the flesh creatures that this party has encountered before. But
How many?
you can count that there is 2 at the door itself, but from any more than that, you are not certain.
What's above the door?
Above the door, it's basically just rock on the cliffside here.
Now, is there a big round rock at the top?
All right, well, high or low?
Whoa.
Out of 66, there is not.
Okay.
You do not see anything of like large loose rocks along the top of the cliffside here, conveniently placed for rolling that you can tell.
The fires that we see, they came from the pits itself, or?
No, the corpse is just to the side of the pit, and it is a raging inferno right now.
Okay.
How close are the monsters at the door to the pit?
It is about somewhere between 60 to 80 feet.
Oh, okay, so not that close.
No. But you do not catch any sight of the bird-like things from before either.
I think we need to use fire to take these things down. We've got fire available to us. It's just figuring out how.
I got a torch.
Do you want to forego your greatsword and fight with a torch? I could give you a second one. Oh no, you have 2 swords. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
dual.
I can have one in the second.
It's a good idea. Hey Arlo, can you shoot some fire arrows?
Arlo gives Neff the middle finger.
You
again.
see Arlo shuffle his feet while looking down at the ground.
Yes, he looks very timid for some reason right now. I don't know. He might just.
He is a wallflower.
Yes. Yep. Very shy.
But he does roll for what is it? Attraction to these creatures. Is that right?
That's fucked up, dude.
It's him. He's rolling.
Roll it.
Jesus.
Wait a second.
All right. I guess let's see if Arlo's into weird body horror. Four.
I forget how his numbers work.
I'm trying to remember. I think
Oh my god.
No
It's hard to
idea.
know. I feel like he changes every now and again.
It does. I'm not entirely sure.
Doesn't he go against the other person's roll or something like that?
Something like that.
yeah, but what is okay, fine, hold on.
Oh, it's right. He does.
What is the wow.
So no matter what, he's gonna be attracted.
No.
Not necessarily.
These things charisma is real bad, as you might guess.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah, even with the negative modifiers. Well, I'm usually not one for making PC character choices here.
But there's no avoiding this one.
But
Yeah.
I think Arlo feels a stir of something within him as he looks upon this fleshy mass, and
It's awakened something.
yeah, it's awakened something surely terrible inside of him. I think he recognizes this as well. So I'm pretty sure he's going to keep this on the down low for as much as possible. This is something to be ashamed of, if nothing else.
Well, let's be real. It's not the darkest thing inside him.
Probably not.
When you do, I think it's the lightning bolt spell, if the target is flammable, it catches on fire.
Is that what it says?
I don't have the spell in front of me. I do have Call Lightning, which would affect both of these guys. And yeah, it would be lightning that flashes down on that spot. Since they have vulnerability, would you say that they're susceptible to catching on fire with a failed dexterity saving throw?
Hold on, I'm looking at it right now.
I can.
We're writing down that John's attracted to these monsters that we're gonna probably kill, right? That is written down. I want him to come back knowing
Mostly. We could probably just text him.
that. No, I want him to come back and be surprised. Funny.
It's not the. It's not going to be the same as fire. Lightning damage seems to be its own specific class of damage. So I will rule that it will not spontaneously combust enemies.
Okay. Let's see. I don't really have anything that would cause vulnerability damage to these guys right off the bat. I would need to be attacked and then use Hellish Rebuke. That's my only fire.
Can I drop a glyph of warding?
Actually,
so that we can try to
whoa.
get the, go ahead.
No, I found
Please
something.
continue.
Moonbeam. A silvery beam of pale light shines down within a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point within range. Until the spell ends, dim light falls in the cylinder. When a creature enters a spell area for the first time or on a turn or for the first time on a turn, or starts his turn there, it's engulfed in ghostly flames that causes searing pain and must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. That's
still not fire damage.
Okay.
It's radiant damage. So it's basically holy damage. So.
Okay, I want to convince these guys to drag him over because I can put a glyph on the floor and then have it cast fire damage.
Do you still have oil that you tried to attack with last time?
Me? I should still have oil as well. I do still have
We've
an
got
oil.
fire and we've got oil.
Real
We
quick,
do have all these things.
Steve. So is it just the 2 monsters that we see?
That you can see. You guys can certainly roll perception checks, or if there's something else that you guys would like to do to try to gain insight on what is around you.
I like to investigate a mystery.
Okay. I have not had you guys roll stealth checks yet, since you are still within the wooded area. But if you do choose to step out of the wooded area, then you will have to roll stealth checks to try to remain undercover, as it were.
Okay.
Are we
ahead.
across the pit from? So where's the pit in relation to the door in relation to us?
Pit is roughly central to this clearing. Door is on the opposite end from where you're looking.
Okay, how deep does the pit go?
You do not know. You cannot see how far down it goes.
Okay, but is it pretty? Would we have to like run around it? Like
Yes,
yeah.
What
it's
can you tell me about
fairly wide.
What can you tell me about the door? Like, does it look like it's protecting something, guarding something, hiding something, or just like?
It just it seems to be made of sturdy construction.
Okay.
Timothy would know that it's not necessarily dwarven construction. He's seen far sturdier in his own opinion.
Oh, of course.
But it does seem to be a thick set of doors, sort of like a gate opening outward, that the 2 flesh monsters seem to be crashing against, slamming with their fists and slamming it with their shoulders, trying to break in, from what you can tell.
Oh, they're breaking into the door.
They're trying to get in.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's different. That's very different.
So they're facing away from us.
Though, yeah, they are. Their attention seems to be wholly divided on breaking down the gate.
And in the pit is another flesh monster burning.
No, it's outside of the pit.
Oh,
Just
it's outside
outside.
of the pit.
On the other
so
side
we-
of the pit from you guys, there is a burning flesh monster.
Actually, I would like to roll perception to see if there's anything else that we're not seeing.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. There goes nothing. God's bless me. It's an 8. Okay.
Can I check too?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm depressed now.
10.
10. Yeah, no,
We're bad at this.
Neither of
I
you guys
would like
know.
to do a perception to look for more
All right.
elves. Elves are things.
Okay, for elves. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
16.
16. You can actually, you notice, when you look into the burning flesh mass, that is not just like a random large body. There seems to be a couple other corpses piled on top of it, and from their slender frame through the flame, you can tell that they seem to be of elven descent. And you also see what appears to be one such slender hand also limply draped, coming out of the pit onto the side of the pit, just limply hanging in there.
There's no other alive.
You do not
elves.
see anything alive.
Okay.
Can I tell how the corpses were burned, like what could have started it?
Yes. What would you like to? You can roll. I suppose either investigation or if you just want to try to get at the heart of what is burning here. I suppose how it's burning.
Okay. God damn it!
We're the worst.
I
Yeah,
mean,
both
it's on
rolls were bad.
fire.
Wow.
5 and an 8.
I got a 2 and a 5. Yeah, that's the rolls.
Jesus. Yeah, you cannot tell the source of this intense blaze from where you're standing.
Then I will investigate. We're just gonna go back and forth to see how terrible who's gonna be the worst. Watch this. Only roll high numbers. Watch this number. Watch it. It's a solid 17. Yes.
Okay.
Woo!
17.
Woo! Woo! All right.
With the 17, you can tell that it seems as if that there was a. You look at the corpse and you look towards the top of the cliff, and from there you see what looks to be just hidden behind one of the undulations of the cliff itself, a large brazier. Brazier.
No, the first one.
Basically a cauldron that has been tipped over, and you can see a black pitch kind of still very slowly dripping out, and there is a small trail from where at the bottom of this cauldron over to where the corpse is now burning, and you could guess that black pitch was poured onto the flesh monster and it was set alight from there.
Are there any other cauldrons?
You do see, I would say Neff sees this.
Of course I do.
Neff does see one other such cauldron up there that is still upright. It is about 10 feet to the right of where you're standing from the first cauldron on the top of the cliffside here. It is in between. It's about halfway in between the two flesh monsters at the gate and where the leftmost cauldron is at.
How far away is the cauldron?
It's at the opposite end of the clearing from you, and it's up the cliffside itself, so it would be up about 40 feet.
So is there a point where I could get within 120 feet of the cauldron and still be out of sight of the monsters?
Let me just pull up this map. I have it already. Not. Hold on.
Yeah, show me the Google Maps here.
It'll just be 1 second.
Hey Google, drop me a fat beat.
Drop me them fat beats. Load quicker. Okay. Yes, but you would have to be on the other side of the central pit from where you're at.
Okay.
Or at least up to the pit itself, from what I'm looking at.
So I have a spell, Chill Touch, that allows me to create a ghostly skeletal hand in within 120 feet of me, and it can make a ranged spell attack. Generally, it's against a creature. Can I use that against the cauldron to try and tip it over and pour on one of the other flesh monsters?
It says it in the name. I'm pretty sure Cauldron doesn't qualify as a creature unless it has legs.
It's about the spirit of the spell, Raffi. I'm making an attack on the cauldron to tip it. It doesn't need to be the creature.
Listen here, you. I'm tired, okay? Pardon me, Arrow. Sleep boy right now.
I'll certainly allow that, but there is no flesh monster underneath conveniently at the moment.
Conveniently at the moment.
Yes.
Oh, in that case, can I drag a flesh monster by using minor illusion to make the sounds of footsteps under the cauldron?
They would have to be some footsteps. They're really cracking away at the gate.
Can you do minor illusion to create a hole in the wall?
I can create objects, but I don't believe I can create something like a hole in the wall. But sound-wise, I can range it from either a whisper to a very loud scream. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, so how do you? What do you make here then?
We can't do it until we're closer.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. But we're setting up right now, me and you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess I'll have them roll a perception check. See what you got here. And since you're doing this, we'll put the D. We'll make it a DC 10 that they notice. That one of them notices. If it'll be a DC 15 that both of them notice.
For what?
Okay.
What were you rolling for again?
To see if they notice you're screaming.
Yes.
Oh. They'd have to go against my save spell, though. That would have been 14. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Then one of them will actually notice. Will not. Wait, what is your spell save on this spell then?
My spell save is 14.
Okay, then what am I saving against then? Like them noticing or?
Yeah. So it's an illusion. So
I think it's a wisdom saving throw to tell that it's not real, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
It's technically investigation against my save spell DC.
Oh, okay. Then we'll just use the same rolls. Okay. It's one will see through it, and it has just a straight 14, and the other has a straight 12. As you may have guessed, these things are not that intelligent. So one will keep cracking away at the door, just not even bothering to give it the light of day. But the other will make its way slowly over towards the pit and the cauldron.
Oh, I guess this is where I come in.
It would be. It's your turn now. Come on.
Yeah, have we moved up to where we're in range?
You will have to make a stealth check if you're going to be moving out of the cover of the woods.
Yeah, I want to move up to where I can get in range with it.
Okay. I'll just say that you're at the far end of the pit here. So you'll just have moved something like 15 feet.
Oh, God.
Well, I get plus 10 to it, so it'd be 16 and
16.
Okay, good.
Okay. Then that one flesh monster is also gonna. What's his passive perception? Well, his passive perception is gonna suck, anyways.
Yeah.
That's what he's.
Then yeah, with the 15, he's not gonna notice you.
Hell yeah.
Then I'm going to cast A chill touch to attack the cauldron and try and knock it over on him.
Okay. What is the specifics of that spell? Do you have to roll to hit AC or?
It's a spell attack roll, range 2.
Okay. Okay.
Steve, I just want to note that I have prepared my rope as like a lasso.
Okay.
I have a hemp rope on me. Just saying, I've done that.
Have you tied your scimitar to it? Do you plan on throwing it?
No. Just don't worry about me.
Just asking a question.
22 to hit.
I have. Okay, so my low out of disadvantage was 22.
Nice.
Okay. I don't think you have disadvantage on these. It's just your ability checks when you have exhaustion.
Gotcha. Then it's not disadvantage.
Pay no regard.
Even with 22, you're gonna hit his most stationary cauldron.
It'd be funny if you missed. I'd laugh.
And with that, you see pitch begin to pour all over of this monster, and screams out of frustration and rage, and it blindly begins to look around as to where it could have come from. And horrifyingly enough, you see wherever there isn't pitch drenching it, an eye pops out from this blank space, and it starts looking furiously around.
Am I the only one that walked up, or did anyone want to come with me? We all have passed without trace, so you all get plus 10.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to sneak up closer.
Okay, we'll say this was happening at the same time then.
Yeah,
I don't think Arlo would.
Probably not, no.
Arlo's a coward.
Timothy.
I would like to cut like.
Sweet
15 for my first.
Because you don't have disadvantage.
What's that?
You don't have disadvantage.
I know. I just rolled 2 to.
Yeah, we always take the left one for him.
And I'm gonna like try to like sneak around the edge, still kind of hidden, but over more towards the creatures.
Okay.
So, stealth. Come on, -1. Well, 17 still.
Okay.
Plus 10, so 27.
27. Damn.
Neff, are you doing
That's
anything in this?
I might as well move at this point. So I'll roll my stealth. 1 minute, please. Where's my stealth? And it's a 26.
16.
Nice.
Okay. Then, 26 with the plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be 15 for Salazar, 27 for Timothy. Neff would get 26. My God.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of you very, very stealthily make your way to the positions that you want to. You do not see anything stir aside from the 2 flesh monsters in front of you. I will say though that as the monster is beginning to thrash around and scream and look for what is attacking it, this will draw the attention of the other flesh monster. And it will begin to make its slow way over to you. And with that...
How far away is it from the pit?
How far away?
The second one now.
Well, we're in front of the pit. We're between the monster and the pit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And has the second one come towards the pit now?
It is beginning to make its way here, but I will say that we are going to end it here since combat will be beginning after this. We'll do a surprise attack round for you guys to begin things with next session.
I forgot to add my temporary HP. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. But I will make sure that this fight session is going to be interesting. There's definitely more to be seen here.
Oh, boy.
And yeah, that's where we'll end it.
Very nice.
The music just stopped so abruptly.
I didn't want to keep the John Carpenter background music going, while we're just, chilling. No.
Thanks, everyone.
Yes,
Thanks for
thank you.
watching.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
It was fun.
He doxed everybody again. Kidding. The silence
And
the
of course, my
disgusting.
mic is muted, so no one hears me say thanks, Aberan and Pyro.
You
Oh,
did
no.
say it.
Oh.
Well, yeah, my
I
mic
heard
is
you say
muted.
it.
Well,
I heard
yeah.
him say it too.
So
Yeah,
I
I
have
heard
the
it.
capture software, which is muted there, and then I have Discord, which is they're separate.
All that matters is we heard it. Because we're the ones who know.
It's gonna make for just a really weird. Wait, what's he saying there?
Bah, 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 bah.
Alright.
Just put it in post. Just really quickly record. Thanks.
Yep.
And that's it. Put it in.
Yeah, Hip
The
Beer, we
only
do
editing
have
you'll ever
a
have to do.
right. Hip Beer, we do have them on Twitch, and I have been a little bit lax in the past couple months, just with life getting a little overwhelming. I do have them up on a YouTube channel as well.
Subscribe
believe
to
it's-
twitch.tv/Squeak the Warrior.
I
They're
watched
already
all of
here.
them in a week in order to prepare to join the campaign, and it's worth it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's great.
Aw.
Yeah, entertaining.
Hopefully.
Yeah, the next couple
The first two
days.
episodes were kind of rough, but
I'm starting to
first
blush really
ones
hard
we're,
right now.
trying to figure out who everyone is and how we're all interacting. But first
so
couple,
embarrassed. I'm
first couple
happy.
ones
How are
always
you?
are. So,
Also, this is my first DMing campaign, so
you're
it shows.
still doing a great job, bro.
Well, thank you.
Best fight. Round of applause.
Yay.
congratulations.
Literally no one else joined in. All right.
Hey.
I've only DM'd one shots. So,
I mean, those are hard too. Like, frankly, those can be even harder. So, especially if you're doing something like from scratch.
All right, but yeah, I will be getting those up in the next 2 or 3 days. I think I have a couple episodes just kind of as backlog, so but yeah.
Yeah, thank
is
you
what-
everyone for watching.
Yeah.
episode
And
Thank you.
it's
this
I think.
is 9, I believe.
Okay.
I think I have uploaded through 6 or 7 right now.
Cool.
So I'll double check and hopefully get the rest of those up in the next couple days. So thanks everybody. We'll see you later. Looking forward to the next couple weeks here.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye guys.
I'm waving. You can't see it, but I'm waving.
You can't see it, but it sure is.